you don't want to listen, later I will come to you. Okay. Let's say I'm asking you to stop talking because I want to deliver my lecture. Okay, I told you when you are talking, you are disturbing me, you are affecting my concentration. If you refuse to listen, okay, later I will come to you. Okay, so I've explained to you scope management, time management, okay, and cost management. So next part is quality, project quality management. I will skip all this slide because there's one chapter on quality management. So chapter 3 will cover quality management, so I'll skip it. Okay, so next is project human resource management. So for project human resource management, so there are 4 processes: plan HR management, acquire project team, develop project team, manage project team. So these are the major activities in project HR resource management. Okay, so plan HR management. Always start with planning. Plan HR management. Identify and document project resources, roles, responsibility, and reporting relationship. So since this is HR, you have to identify and document project resources. So what are the people resources you need to work in the project? So what are your roles and responsibility, and who should report to who? That is reporting relationship. Okay, so after identifying the people who should work in the project, establish an organization structure. Okay, so organization for project, so 3 common structure: the functional structure, project structure, matrix structure. So output from this is HR plan. Okay, functional organization structure. So this is functional organization. Each department perform a specific function. Marketing department are doing marketing related activities. Engineering are doing engineering activities. Okay, finance, operation. Each department performs specific function. So this is a functional organization structure. So you can make use of an existing organization structure to manage project. So this structure already exists in the organization. You can make use of the current structure to manage project if you have one. Okay, so example, transfer equipment to new office. Why transfer equipment to new office is a project? You agree that transfer equipment to new office is a project? No. So here, example given, you can use this existing structure to manage project. So the project is transfer equipment to new office. Why this is considered a project? Anyone, please make a guess. Logistic. You check the project characteristic. The first project characteristic is correct. Cannot carry on a regular basis, so non-routine. This is a project because it fulfills the characteristic non-routine. This is something that this piece of job is not what the company will do on a regular basis. So this is a one-time activity because shifting to new office, and equipment need to transfer to new office. Right? So this could be heavy equipment. Okay, so need planning. It's a one-time activity. right? So this project is managed by operation manager and assisted by one personnel from every other department. Okay, so the operational manager is the operation manager is also the project manager for this project, assisted by one staff from every other department. Okay. So functional organization structure, okay, advantage, cost saving. So you make use of existing staff to handle the project. So cost saving. Okay, you do not make use of existing staff, no additional staff required, and you don't need to hire new people to do this job. Okay, so the cons are project leaders have little power. Okay, so project leader have little power. This project manager have little power on these three staff because these three staff are not directly under him. Okay, so this is a disadvantage. And conflict of priorities. Okay, so these three may not be cooperative because it is not their main priorities. Their priorities, this one the priority is to do marketing job. This one is to do engineering job. This one is to do financial job. Okay, so transfer equipment to new office is not the staff regular job. Okay. Next is project organization structure. Project organization structure, project 1, project 2, and the departments belong to the project. Each project has a project manager. There is a project manager here. There is also a project manager here. The project manager report to senior management. Okay, so example of businesses where work is organized around projects. Software development companies, okay, may have this structure. Construction company have this structure. Event management company are also have this kind of structure. Their structure, okay, like very lucky look like this. Can you give one example of businesses where the organization structure is arranged this way? Okay. So project organization structure pros, okay, advantage, unity of command. Each team member report to only one manager at a time. Higher responses to project objective and customer needs. Okay, if there's any request, so the people working in the project, okay, they act fast. Okay, so cons, okay, duplication of facility due to decentralization. Okay, so marketing is here. There's also marketing here. So duplication of facilities. Duplication of facility leads to cost efficiency. So the third one is matrix organization structure. Matrix organization structure is a combination of functional and project structure. This is the functional structure. Okay, so this is a functional structure. The departments, finance, manufacturing, sales, different departments perform different functions. Okay, project A, project B, project C. So this is a project structure. Each has a project manager. Project manager report to chief executive. So this is matrix organization structure, so combination of functional and project. Project manager often have staff from various functional areas, okay, working on the project. Example, project C. You look at project C. Project C has one staff from manufacturing and one staff from sales. Advantage is efficient use of resources. Okay. Efficient use of resources. But the problem is one staff report to two managers or bosses. So for example, this staff need to report to vice president of sales. This staff also need to the project manager who is managing project C. So one staff need to report to two managers. It's a sad thing. Okay. So 3 organization structure for project functional, project matrix. So when you plan HR management, you need to get people to work in a project, okay, define their role and responsibility, create their organization structure. Create organization structure so that people know who they report to. Okay, next. Acquire project team, get the personnel needed and assign them to work on project. Okay, get the personnel needed and assign them to work on the project. Tools and techniques. Okay, so resource assignment, resource loading, resource leveling. So you can do these 3 using software tools like Microsoft Project. Okay, so that's why this 3 is under tools and techniques. Okay, so you can use Microsoft Project to assign work to resource. Okay, you can use tools like Microsoft Project to assign resources to tasks. Okay, allocate workload and do resource leveling. Okay. So I've changed this one. Okay, I have changed the notes. Resource assignment means to specify who does what. Okay, so you have a task list. First thing is resource assignment, specify who does what. So resource loading is to allocate the amount of work to each resource over a time period. Resource loading is to allocate the amount of work to each resource over a time period. Consider over allocation and under allocation. So when you are doing this, consider over allocation and under allocation. Doing this, try to over allocate and try to avoid under allocate. Have you ever been overloaded with work? Resource loading. As a student, have you been overloaded with work? Yes, huh? Yes. Week 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Midterm assignment. 3 midterm. Yeah, 3 midterm, that means you are overloaded. 1 day, 3. In 1 week, you have 3 midterm, that means you are overloaded. 5 assignment, week 11. Will you be overloaded? Yes. You are given too much amount of work, okay, in a week. So need to do resource leveling, need to do leveling. So avoid all this. When loading, when When allocating work, okay, avoid overloading. Okay, so this is what we try to. This is what we try to avoid overloading student. Okay, when you are doing your project schedule, you may be doing the same thing. Okay, you may be doing the same thing to your staff. You may have overloaded your staff. Okay, let me show you one example. When you see this, it means this resource is overloaded. So this resource do what? This resource code offline module. The same resource also code online module. Coding both on same day, same start date, same end date. So the software can automatically detect this resource is overloaded. You see here, code offline, code online, same time. This one is 8 hours, 8 hours 1 day. 1 day, 8 hours, 8 hours. If Sumi is to proceed, that means Sumi need to work 16 hours a day. 8 hours to code offline module, 8 hours to code online module. Okay. So 1 day is supposed to work 8 hours. Okay. If she has to work 16 hours, she's overloaded. Okay, so software like Microsoft Project can automatically detect whether the resource has been overloaded. Okay, if overloaded, what you can do is there's an option called resource. Click this option resource. Then there's a button called leveling. Leveling. So when you click resource leveling, this one will disappear. This bar will start from here. This bar will start from here. So no more overloading. Okay, so here you specify who does what, then allocate the work. Okay, so when you allocate the work, avoid over allocation and avoid under allocation. Okay, so supposed to work 8 hours a day, but only work 4 hours is under allocation. Supposed to work 8 hours a day, but has been assigned to need to spend 8 hours a day. That means it's over allocation. So over allocation, you can do this. Okay, you do resource leveling. Okay, so output is staff assignment and resource calendar. Okay, so this one you read, this one you can read. Okay, next. So we have the people. So we have found the people to work in the project. Okay, so next is develop project team. So develop project team to ensure people can work together, can more effectively to improve project performance. Okay, so the top 5 stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjournment. Okay, so develop project team is to ensure people can work together more effectively to improve project performance. Tammen is a psychologist. Okay, so he's a psychologist. This is what he observed. This is what he observed in a team. Okay, this is what you observe in the team. So first first the team is formed. Okay, after forming, the next thing he observes is conflict occurs. Conflict occurs here. That's why he called the next stage is storming. Okay, so if conflicts able to be resolved, then you can go to the next stage called norming. Okay, so after norming, then next stage is performing. So eventually adjourning when the project completed. Okay, so this describes what a team will go through from start to end. Okay, so start, people coming together. Okay, so people coming together, these people may be meeting each other for the first time. Boy, May, Bing, okay, 4 person, never met before. Okay, now they have been gathered together to work in a project, meeting each other for the first time. Okay, so Tang Min says the first stage is called forming. So forming, project team is formed, members are introduced to each other. Okay, example, a team consisting of developers, tester, and UI designer is formed for a new mobile app project. So this stage is necessary, but little work is achieved. The first stage, people come together. So should introduce, if you are the project manager, you should introduce them to one another. Make sure that every team member know the name. Okay, make sure everyone know the name of others. If you work in a project but you don't know the name of other team members, how do you call the other person? Hey, we. Okay, not professional. Okay, introduce, make sure that you know each other name. Okay. So this stage, okay, necessary but little work is achieved. So next stage is conflict images. Conflict images as team members have different opinions, challenge each other ideas, and compete for influence. Okay, so one of them is want to be a leader. Okay, don't want to be a follower. Okay, so all kinds of conflicts can happen. Okay, so this is a turbulent stage where disagreement occur. Working in a team, okay, 4 or 5 person, this agreement do occur. Okay, so this agreement do occur because of having different opinions. So they challenge each other ideas, okay, and compete for influence. Okay, example like developers start writing code, but disagreement arise over coding standard, okay, indentation, naming convention, percentage of commandments. Okay, so one may suggest that, okay, when you start writing code, okay, minimum there should be 20% of commandments, but other team members may not agree. Don't need 28%, 5% enough. So this can cause argument and conflict. Eventually, relationship turn bad. So this is an example that can cause conflict. So what the project manager should do here, introduce team members to each other. So here, what project manager should do? So a project manager must resolve conflict. Okay, must resolve conflict. If conflict is not resolved, people are spending time fighting, not doing work. Okay, this is a possibility. Okay, so this is a possibility. Okay, if stage 3 is norming, so this stage is achieved when conflicts are resolved. Okay, so you can achieve the norming stage if conflict are resolved. So example, accepted rules and standards are established and agreed, team members begin to collaborate effectively. Alright, so project manager at this project manager should resolve conflicts in the team, okay, help in establishing rules and standards, okay, help establish rules and standards for everyone to follow. So you can set standard, okay, so set standard and let everybody agree. Okay, indentation is 2 characters. Naming convention, so program start with letter P, table start with letter T. Percentage of command line is minimum 20%, maximum 30%. Okay, no more, no less. Okay, help in establishing rules and standards for all team members to follow. Okay. From here, so with conflict resolve. Okay, so when conflict resolve, team members begin to collaborate effectively. So next is unity in team is established. So problems are brought up, discussed, and then solved. So meaning if later on the team members become more mature, okay, become more mature. When there's problem, they discuss and solve it. So in stage number 4, level of performance is high. Okay, productivity is at its optimum. So this is the best time to assign more work to them. Okay, so this is the best time to assign more work to the team members. If you assign more work to the team members, when there's conflict, nothing much get done. Okay, so if team are already united, okay, you can give them more work. So last stage is adjoining. Okay, adjoining. So the team is dissolved. Team is dissolved because project completed. Okay, project completed, team dissolved. So resources are assigned to work in other projects. So generally, okay, the team will go through these 4 stages. So if you know this is going to happen, get ready for the skill needed to deal with them. So project manager need to have a soft skill, problem solving skill to resolve conflict. I think we may encounter this also. Okay, when you are doing group assignment, okay. Some may be serious, some may not be. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes or no? No. Okay. Wow, very lucky. Okay. Happy all the time. Okay, good. Okay, so next, manage project team. Okay, manage project team. Manage project team. Track team member performance. Motivate team members. Give them feedback. Resolve issues and conflicts. Okay, so project manager must ensure that people can work together as a team to achieve project goal. Okay, to achieve project goal means to complete project on time, within budget, and meet quality requirement. Okay, so project team members should come together to complete project work. Okay, so work together, not fighting together, not fighting against one another. Okay, one more, stakeholder. Okay, stakeholder management. Stakeholder management identify the people, groups, or organizations that could impact or be impacted by the project. Analyze stakeholder expectation. So for processes, identify stakeholders plan stakeholder engagement, manage stakeholder engagement, monitor stakeholder engagement. So when you are doing a project, you have to identify the people or group or organization that could impact or be impacted by the project. The new building, the new building over there, which is about to complete. Can you identify the people, group, or organization that could impact or be impacted? The project is called now Arena. So, who are the people, group, or organization that could impact or be impacted? Lecturer, tutor, we will be using it in the future. Student, management, who else? Okay, visitor. Developer, right? The construction company, the developer, not software developer, right? DBKL. DBKL approved the plan. Who else? TBR residents, correct? They are impacted by the project because so many lorry coming out and in and out is affecting their lifestyle. And they resist the project. If you don't take care of them, they'll complain. They'll complain if they come and if they go complain to TBKL will come. This is what project manager want to avoid. Okay, so if when there's a project, whether a software project or social project, it's good to identify people, group, or organization that could impact or be impacted. So this is an example for the Thai UMTU building. So for project stakeholder management, so 4 main tasks: identify stakeholders, plan stakeholder engagement, blah blah blah. Okay, identify stakeholder, identify the people, group, or organization that could be impacted or be impacted by a decision, activity, or outcome of the project. Output is stakeholder register. So you can do this stakeholder register after this. Okay, stakeholder register example 1. So this stakeholder is based on this system. Okay, so this stakeholder register is based on this project to develop a web-based attendance system for this university. Okay, top management, president, vice presidents. So their role is project sponsor. They pay for the project. They want to see the project successful. Academics, professor, lecturer, tutors are the academic group. These two are group. So their role is user. These are user of this system, generate attendance for student. Okay, so student is a group, course rep, class rep, ordinary students, so also user taking more than attendance. So project manager, manage the development project, team members, developers, tester, develop and test the system. So after you identify the stakeholder, the next thing to identify is their expectation. Okay, what do you think are their expectation? If you are the project manager, what are your expectations? What could be your expectation? If I'm the project manager, my expectation is for this system, requirements are stable. Okay, requirements are stable. Are given sufficient resources to complete the project. Okay, this will be my expectation. Stable requirements. I mean, once there's not much changes to requirement, because if requirement keep changing, it's hard to complete. Have enough resources. So what do you think are the top management expectations? Different stakeholders have different expectations. The new meeting, what are your expectations? Do you have expectation? What free parking. Okay, free parking. Indoor free parking. Okay, if you are the top management, what will be your expectation? Project completed on time. Okay, project completed on time within budget and meet quality requirement. If project completed on time within budget but low quality, these people will complain, right? they don't want to hear any complaint. Complaint is negative. Student, what will be your expectation if you have, eventually in future you will be using this. Okay. Now a group of IT people is developing this system. So what is or are your expectations? I think you can tell me at this one. Yes, can try. Okay, happy to take attendance. Okay, we'll try. Okay, we'll try. If I am a student, my expectation is system is easy to use, few steps. I don't want a hard to use system and require so many steps. Okay. So you know how to fill up this column, huh? Okay, example 2. Example 2 same. So this is just another way of writing. This is individual. Huh? These three are group, individual. Okay, so individual. If individual, you put name. Okay. If I see name here, then this is an individual. This one tell me this is a group. Okay. Jim, UI and database designer. Okay, example 2. So this is textbook example. So textbook example, stakeholder, name, position, internal, external. Okay, then divide to 2 groups, internal, external. So like the university, new building, DBKL, TBR, residence, these are external. Contractor, external. student, lecturers, management, internal. So this one is textbook example. Okay, so I just want to explain to you what is this project sponsor. Project sponsor is a high-ranking manager who will champion and support the project. So project sponsor is the one who wants to see the project successful. It can also be the one who pays for the project. Okay, number 2 is plan stakeholder management. So develop appropriate management strategy to effectively engage stakeholder throughout the project life cycle. So you have to engage the stakeholder, okay, throughout the project life cycle from start to end. So output stakeholder management plan. Okay, just to give it an idea how to engage stakeholder. So this is an example on how to engage with the stakeholder. Stephen, power or interest high. Okay. So leading means Stephen is an influential person who is also actively involved in the project. He is a powerful person in the project. So how to engage with him, how to communicate with him? Ask for his advice as needed. He likes short, frequent updates in person. So meaning to engage with stakeholder. So you need to know what he likes and what he dislikes, especially the powerful person. Student, how do you engage your friend? How do you engage with your FYP supervisor? My question, how do you engage with your friend? Correct? No. Tell me. Your friend, your classmate, how do you engage with them? Communicate with them? Anytime, anywhere, right? WhatsApp. When you use WhatsApp, because of this habit, you will also use the same when you engage with your FYP supervisor or lecturer. If you want to engage with the president now, anytime, anywhere, so you have to know the strategy, the right way to engage with different people. This one, don't apply this to supervisor. Okay? Should not apply this the same to your supervisor. You have to know to use different way to engage with different people. Okay, that's my advice for you. This is what this slide is telling you. Okay, so manage stakeholder engagement and relation. So communicate and work with stakeholder to meet their needs or expectation. Monitor stakeholder engagement. Okay, stop here. Thank you.